Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a girl took advantage of me and no one cares because I'm a guy. That's rude. But we're gonna see what this story is about. Like my Pikachu shirt, he's so cute. Alright, I love Pokemon, by the way, if you don't know. They're awesome, they're so cute, it's like the best thing ever. Okay, it's time to see what's up with this video.
Before I knew it, she was kissing me, trying to get my pants off. I was so out of
This jumps right in, jeez. Before you know it, she's kissing you, taking your pants off. Well, okay.
it that it took me a few seconds to realize what was happening. But when I tried to move away, she smacked me hard on my face. It was so hard that my vision became blurred, and she continued. It started when Cody, the birthday boy, saw her interest in me, so he walked her over to introduce us. She had a harmless enough smile, and I played off her jokes as she called me a sexy Viking, which made me laugh because of my 6'2" height and long blonde hair, but it also made me uncomfortable. She whispered into my ear. I couldn't make out what she said, but I didn't want to be rude, so I smiled back and pulled my head away from her. This went on a few more times until she grabbed the back of my head and brought me down to her mouth and slurred drunken words into my now drunk ears. I felt uncomfortable, but Cody and my friends had smirks on their faces, silently cheering me on to keep going. All throughout this time, she had been complimenting me, playing with my long hair and touching me at every chance she could get. I wasn't looking to hook up that night, just celebrate my friend's birthday, so I didn't return any of the compliments or touching. And when it became too much, I just excused myself away from her to the toilet or to see another person. This happened maybe 5 or 6 times.
Damn girl, give up.
It was now
like this guy is clearly not interested. He's like trying to get away from you, you little crazy. What is wrong with people? Like, and he's obviously like showing no interest. Like, yeah, I feel like boys and girls have this issue where we're like too nice. And then because of that, people like take it wrong. But it's like hard to be rude. So you don't want to be rude. So you're just like, oh, I'm just going to deal. But then you get into like messed up situations when you do stuff like that. So I feel like there needs to be like a good middle ground where you can just kind of be like, hey, no. And people should be able to handle hearing that. Like, geez Louise.
About 11 p.m. Some were heading away from the party to go to the clubs. Some were going home as the party began winding down. I decided it was time to go to sleep, but I was so drunk that I stumbled from wall to wall trying to get to a bed. The temples of my head were throbbing and my mouth was so dry from keeping it open the entire time. But I saw a beanbag on my way and decided that was where I'd sleep tonight. Then I felt someone grab my ankles and pull me off the beanbag. You're being so lame, the party's not even over yet. Come back down. I laughed and tried to get back up, thinking to myself, maybe the party isn't dying down. So I laughed awkwardly and gave in. Okay, but only for a few minutes. She slings me over her shoulder and I fall over myself a few times, but she just keeps me from falling and begins leading me to Cody's backyard. It was much worse than I thought. I couldn't feel the weight of my own body and could barely hold myself up. As soon as we got to the staircase, the world started spinning and I fell hard onto the ground. People came rushing over to help me stand back up and she answered for me. Don't worry about him.
Why would you want to sleep with someone when they're that drunk anyways? Like, even if they were into it, like, come on now. Let's be real. That's a little not chill.
I'll look after him. I think he just needs to vomit. I'll take him out back. I thought that was a good idea myself, so I let her lead me. As soon as we got outside, I felt like I was freezing, and whenever I opened my eyes, the lights would burn through and give me a headache. Hey, it's okay. Come with me. As I dragged my feet, all I could do was keep my eyes closed with my head tilted up towards the sky and my mouth open for air. I was trying to keep as still as possible when all of a sudden, I felt a push on my chest and I began falling back towards the ground. When I opened my eyes, I was looking at the sky. For a moment, I felt relaxed, calm, and then her face came into the frame at the corner of my eye, and she moved in and began kissing me. I didn't know what to do, and it took me a few seconds before I understood what was happening. But when I tried to move my face away, she pulled my hair tightly and stuck her tongue into my mouth. She hopped back on top of me and tried to kiss me again, and this time I tried to push her face away from mine, but I then felt her sudden impact. I mumbled the word "stop" to get off of me, but she responded with, "I want to lose my V-card to you," then holds me down and makes me feel the palm of her hand.
This girl is insane. What? This is like, you're gonna, somebody for the first time you ever, and they're so drunk that like, you really think it's gonna be good? Sorry, this is like whack AF. And it's sad that people are like, well, it's because she's a girl, so who cares? No, this is still not okay. It doesn't matter that she's a girl and he's not lucky because of it. This kind of crap, it's like not chill either way. Like really, it's not.
Against my face. This time it was so hard that my ears rang, and I momentarily blacked out as the pain began bleeding through my face. All of a sudden my pants were off, and the only thing I was able to do was yell for help. But she muffled my cries with her hands and pushed my head down. I tried to push her off me, but the more I moved around, the more I began to hyperventilate, eventually passing out. It felt like I was in between dreaming and trying to wake up when I realized she was directly on top of me, trying to put me inside her. When I saw how far this had gone, I began shouting at her to get off me. Finally, I heard a group of people run towards me, confused, trying to figure out what was happening. Laughing, they pulled her off me with some booing and others cheering for her to continue. My friend grabbed me and tried to get me to calm down, saying, "Mate, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. You're just too drunk. That's why you're shaking. Just come with me." I couldn't even respond to him. He led me into the bathroom and told me to calm down. The first question he asked me wasn't, "Are you okay?" or "Did she hurt you?" It was that your first time? If I was just nervous or panicked? That she'd still want me and that she'd probably still go for it if I calmed down. I stared into the mirror and all I saw was an athletic, strong guy that couldn't even get this girl off me. And the reality was, I had been mistreated, but no one cared or thought it was possible. I felt vulnerable and ashamed. And as my teammates came in, one person at a time making comments like, "She was hurt, what happened?" or "Go back, everything is fine." But not one person asked what really happened. I had to get out of there.
That's sad. This is sad. I don't like this video, but these things have to be told because I feel like a lot of guys won't talk about this stuff anyways. So when it does happen, because this is the response. So I'm kind of like, it's sad to watch this because it's just like people don't even like think, "Oh dude, are you like okay? Like damn, you're bleeding. Like your nose has blood coming out of it for no reason."
I ran out of the bathroom and onto the street, hailing down the first taxi I saw. I could see the driver look into his rearview mirror with a smirk as I sat in the car holding back my tears. I knew what he was thinking, that I was sensitive and weak for whatever reason while I was crying, so I held as much of it in until I got home. That night, I cried myself to sleep. It was the first time I had ever felt helpless, and more so, powerless. I didn't even know who to talk to because these things just don't happen to men. It was days, weeks, and I still couldn't get these thoughts out of my head.
What's sad is they do happen, but they don't talk about it. That's the problem. Because this is... How can they, really?
I ended up telling my friends what really happened that night, and both males and females laughed it off like it was nothing. "It couldn't have been that bad. I'm sure you enjoyed it. I would have given anything to have a girl do that to me," were all the comments that were said to me. The reality was, nobody believed a guy, let alone my size, could ever get mistreated by a woman because we are taught that men are always stronger than women, or men can never be victims because we are bigger, taller, stronger. We are men. I wouldn't even be surprised if you laughed somewhere in my story so far because you too probably think it doesn't happen. But it did, and it does. I know for some, what happened to me doesn't seem that bad, but when we are taught that these things can't happen to men because of their size or gender, that simply isn't true.
How do people not think he was like literally abused and then assaulted? Like, I'm sorry. I don't care either way. It's not okay either way. Like, just because he's a man doesn't mean he was so drunk he is not going to be strong enough at that point. Like, come on now. The circumstances weren't, like, great. And then this girl's hitting him as hard as she can to the point that his ears are ringing and he's blacking out. I mean, come on now. Who is just like, dude, take it. It's fine. I wish that would happen to me. You want to be abused first and then sexually assaulted? Okay.
By doing that, it feeds into a stigma that shuts all victims out and discounts their struggles. No matter how insignificant it might seem to someone else, man, woman, or any gender.
However, I will say this happens to women a lot too, though. So, I mean, it goes both ways. People don't believe either person because how could that ever happen to someone you know? It's really sad, actually.
If it's affected your life in a negative way, please seek professional help and don't keep it inside.
This story was sad. I don't know if I liked it. I didn't like it, but I don't know. I feel like I was like more angry with my reactions than not. I don't know. Comment below. Like, do you think that this is ridiculous that nobody believed him, nobody cared, nobody even like nothing? Just nothing? I don't know. It's just a little sad and whack. And just because he's 6'2" and in shape doesn't mean he can always defend himself. He was so drunk he couldn't even walk. He had to like hold on to the walls and like fell down the stairs. So it's like he wasn't like even in his right mind anyways. Like who knows what that could have done to him. And then this girl's beating him to death, like punching him in the face basically as hard as she can to get him to just deal. Sorry, hiccups. Yeah, I don't know. This video is sad. I don't like this video. But anyways, comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is unfair? That people just don't even like care what guys have to say? Or like, do you feel the way these people felt in the video? Obviously, you're allowed to have your own opinion. You're allowed. It's okay. Either way. I personally was like shocked. This is sad, in my opinion. Like, I do know guys can get taken advantage of too. It does happen. Maybe not as much as women, but it still does happen. So, yeah, this was sad. But anyways, I hope you guys sort of enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!